$17 billion worth of crypto options are expiring very soon. And this could be the cause of the next humongous move in the world of crypto, especially Bitcoin. Welcome back everybody to our channel. My name is Moses Lamini, and today we are going to see what are these expiring options, how they work, and why they could cause the next big move. This is what we do at Moneyfest World School. We teach you on how to expect the next move and how to take advantage of it. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Put a like, subscribe to our channel, and sit tight because we are going to break down the most influential news of this month. Within a few days, options of many cryptocurrencies are going to expire. In fact, over $17 billion of these options are expiring. To be specific, Bitcoin is having over $14 billion worth of these options. It's also expiring. It may be, I think, tomorrow, but by the time you're watching this video, it will have already expired. And I want you to go and check what is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin and how this is going to increase or decrease its price. Now, somebody's going to ask me, Mr. Moses, what are these options that are expiring? And why do they even expire at all? Good question. Now, let me explain to you how the world of crypto work, and not just crypto, how the world of assets work. Crypto has mainly two ways you can have an asset. You can buy Bitcoin and own it, or you can buy a contract of Bitcoin, a receipt of ownership of Bitcoin, and also own it. So you can either own directly the asset or buy its receipt and own it. Now remember, if you have a receipt and that receipt shows that you own this asset, you can come at any time and say, hey, listen, here is the receipt. I am owning one Bitcoin. Give me my Bitcoin, and they can give you your coin, right? Let me put this into comparison for you. Imagine you have a house. Yeah? You are a landlord. Now, I am a businessman. I can come to you and say, hey, listen, Mr. Landlord, you have your house. Why don't you give it to me for rent? So we talk, we agree on a price. I'm supposed to pay you every single month. How much? Let me say $200, okay? Now, I'm a businessman. I am smart. I talk to you and say, hey, listen, is it okay if I give this house out to another person? Me, I'm going to give you your $200 every month. Expect it. So you agree. But then, as you agree, you come and sign an agreement with me and say, hey, listen, I'm renting you this house, but it's only for 1 year. Which means at the end of that 1 year, I have to come, give you back the keys, okay? And stop renting out the house. So what am I going to do during this 1 year? Me, I'm a businessman. I'm going to go and give out this house, not for 200, but for 300, for 400. Make a profit on top of it. I will take off your 200 every month and give it to you. Meanwhile, I am making a profit of the house. What am I using? I am using the contract we signed with you. That contract of ownership is a contract that allows me to use the asset any way I want before that contract expires. Did you know that you can actually pass on this contract to another person? The person who comes to rent your house literally is also going to be using that contract. What if we replace the house with Bitcoin? Hey, Bitcoin is held in big online vaults. Moving it up and down is, first of all, expensive, and it may be a little difficult to move it from one account to another. If we are talking about $14 billion worth of Bitcoin, my dear, this is enough money that can actually make a dent on the Nigerian economy or South African economy. So it's a lot of money. Now, to make its movement very easy, they create a receipt, a contract. Instead of moving the physical asset, we can move its contract. That contract can change hands 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, 1,000 times. Okay? But that contract, at one moment, it has to be honored. At one moment, it has to be honored. Somebody, let's say at the end of the month, still has to get physical Bitcoin and deliver it. Today, what is happening? The news which is coming out is an expiry date of these contracts. $14 billion worth of Bitcoin contracts are expiring by the end of this month, and my dear, they have to be physically delivered. So, the question is, how does this affect the price of cryptocurrencies generally, and of course of Bitcoin? That is a good question, eh? But I hope you now have an idea of how the world works in crypto. You can buy an asset and physically move it, or you can actually move the contract. And that contract can change hands from one person to another until it expires. It's like, remember the rent agreement between me and the landlord? Okay, I can rent out that house for a year, but once the year is over, I have to pass on ownership back to the owner. This is expiring, and we're going to see how it's going to affect the markets. By the way, you can let me know right in the comments. There's a comment section here. Did you expect such a result to happen? In the next section, we are going to see how this is going to affect the price of not only Bitcoin, but also other cryptocurrencies. Okay, so let's address this question. How is this going to affect the price of the markets? And are the markets going to go up or down? By the way, remember, I'm not here to tell you to go and buy or sell right now, but I'm educating you to be able to also to predict such price movements. Okay, so when these contracts expire, it means, ladies and gentlemen, that they are not available to be traded. Hey, it means they are not available to be traded. You cannot pass them from one person to another because they have expired. They no longer mean substance. But a person has to take them and literally get physical Bitcoin for them. Okay? So, expiration of options contracts reduces the trading capability, reduces the amount of trading instruments in the market. And when you reduce the amount of trading instruments, especially, let's say, Bitcoin, that doesn't mean Bitcoin has reduced. Bitcoin is kept in the vault. Remember, the asset itself is kept in the vault, but the contract is expiring, which means it's no longer available. What does that mean? It means supply of this asset, ladies and gentlemen, is reducing. Question, is the number of people who want to buy this asset going to reduce? Nope. Watch carefully. The contracts are expiring. It means that the Bitcoin which is left is the hard cash Bitcoin, which literally needs to be physically moved. Okay? So access to Bitcoin becomes more harder. Why? Because the contracts are no longer available. Supply falls, but now the number of people who want Bitcoin still remains the same, if not increases. So if supply falls, demand increases. What do you think happens to the price? I won't steal exams for you, ladies and gentlemen, but if the supply is low, the demand is almost the same or even higher, what do you think happens to the price of Bitcoin? So don't be surprised when you come and see that Bitcoin, which has been literally dancing around $67,000 to $70,000, don't be surprised to come and see the price at $75,000 in a week or two. So what do we anticipate here? As soon as this news comes out, when these options expire, we are going to expect volatility in the markets as people who have the options themselves quickly get rid of them because they're expiring, quickly get rid of them. So we are going to see volatility. Markets are going to move up and down, up and down, up and down. On the date of expiry, I don't want you to do any trading. You can actually stay away from that. But after that, the markets are going to come down. And what I just explained to you is going to happen. Trading Bitcoin becomes a little more difficult. Why? Because the options are not available until new ones are released, which means, ladies and gentlemen, supply falls, demand remains the same, or even increases. And what do you expect to happen to the price of Bitcoin? By the way, let me know in the comment section. By the next week, by the time you watch this video, that would have already happened. I want you to come back in the comment section and tell me if I was correct, okay? So that is all about options, why they expire and what they can lead to. Okay? I hope this has been very useful to you. I hope you have learned a lot about these things, because one thing you should know is simple. If you understand the fundamentals, then price is never going to surprise you. If you see Bitcoin skyrocketing from $60,000 to $80,000, come on, you're not going to be surprised. You know why it's happening. That is what we do here at Moneyfest World School. We teach you how to analyze markets. We teach you how to know what is going on right now in the fundamental world and in the technical world. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to our channel. There is a comment section where you can come and tell me, hey, Mr. Moses, can you talk about this topic? Can you talk about this one? Use it, my dear. I always read it and I always respond. Apart from that, if you want to make money from crypto, I have free signals. Remember, check in the link in the description right below, or maybe even in the comments. I am going to leave a link there for you to join our free signal channel. If you join it, perhaps you'll also make money from this news event. Thank you so much and see you in the next one.